Many police officers believe their job is all about power and authority. Today, we're discussing officers who attacked suspects without justification, but were quickly put in their place. Let's watch the video. Many cops are too keen with exerting their authority, often picking on those they think can't fight back. Consider this instance where cops decided to throw their weight around among the homeless. They interrupted a group of volunteers distributing food, claiming the volunteers' mobile food stall was illegally parked on the street. They even threatened to arrest any homeless person who tried to get food. Despite the officers feeling like they were just doing their job, their actions didn't go unnoticed. Someone saw what was happening and decided to start filming. The cops weren't pleased to be on camera and scrambled to defend themselves. They denied saying anything about preventing the homeless from eating and claimed they would never stop people who couldn't afford food from getting help.
I just came over because of that. Someone told me that there was an issue. Yeah, so
I'm just filming how you guys are blocking people from bringing food to homeless people.
Well, yeah, why can't they walk it in?
Any of those folks can walk anytime they want to that food that's right there.
There's actually disabled people, so that's a violation
Why don't you help
of
them?
ADA
And why don't you help
rules.
them?
Why don't you help them since you're sitting here doing nothing
Really? I thought I was
except blocking homeless people from getting a meal?
There's a lot of food there. They could get a meal there, correct?
But you're saying that people will be arrested if they...
Nobody said that.
Yeah, they
No
did.
one said that?
Right over there. Why don't you help
Yeah, no, I
these
said
guys?
we're not letting them bring it in.
Well, what if people try? Then what?
How's
be
food?
arrested.
How's food?
Then they'll be arrested?
Look, can you guys talk one at a time?
Okay.
I'm having, you're talking. I mean, it's making it a lot easier if you do it one at a time. So I appreciate that, Mr. West.
Yeah, because you guys are denying food to homeless people.
Nobody
Just to
was
get your
denied
police
food.
state kicks?
Nobody was denied food.
Just to get your little police
You should
state
get your
kicks?
facts straight if you're going to come over here and accuse people.
Oh, we do have our facts straight.
Really?
You're saying that you'll arrest people if they go in there with
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Didn't
you say
just
so.
that?
Okay, so what if someone takes food in, then what?
We're not letting people wheel carts of food in, okay? That's a crime. They're blocking the street. They're committing disorderly conduct, which is a crime.
What if they
Okay?
bring it in plate by plate, a few plates at a time?
Why don't you guys go bother somebody else? Okay?
Why don't you answer our questions and say,
Because I don't
are
have
they-
to answer
are
your
they
questions. I'm
gonna-
being generous. and
Are
talking
we
to you
allowed
all.
to bring in a few plates?
The reality of the situation was quite different from what the cops claimed. Upset that their actions were being recorded, one of the officers snapped at the people filming, telling them to harass someone else. But really, weren't the cops the one harassing people here? It's hard to imagine someone so lacking in compassion that they would arrest someone just for trying to eat. Even if it's technically against the rules to have food carts in the middle of the square, the cops should have just turned a blind eye, allowing those in need to have a meal. What do you think about this situation?
At a time? Or
Nobody's
is that
bringing
a bit,
food into that unlawful activity.
no one's bringing food into there? Can I have your card just for shits and giggles?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give one to both of you.
All right.
There you go. Have a great day. And let me get it for your audience there.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
Joseph. Right on. Well, this is kind of a crappy way for the police to celebrate the day after Thanksgiving, but
You think that's a great way for you to celebrate the day after Thanksgiving?
I think it's a great
I'm not
way.
celebrating
By
anything.
restricting people's
I don't
freedom of
celebrate
movement?
Thanksgiving or Black Friday, actually.
You guys restrict people's movement all the time.
Lawfully.
Actually.
Well, how can you say
I
lawfully?
ate some Indian food last night, some lamb and some
Yo, East Indian
chicken,
food. Nice.
chicken
Outstanding.
tandoori, good stuff,
And nobody says you have to eat turkey.
Oh, I know. Okay.
You're done? I was just getting warmed up.
Okay, so basically, if you catch people taking food in there, you're going to arrest them, right? Or you guys going to arrest them, right? Right, Santos?
Why did you put an ethnic flair on my name? That's not how it's pronounced.
Okay,
It's not pronounced that way.
okay. So if people walk in with food, you'll arrest them, right?
If you think cops can't do anything worse than threatening homeless people with arrest for taking food, well, think again. Take these two cops, for example. They saw a guy just standing on the sidewalk with his hands in his pockets, probably waiting for someone. It was a cold day, so it's not unusual to keep your hands in your pockets. But these cops, maybe because they were bored, decided this was their chance to stir up some excitement. So they went up to the guy. At first, they didn't have any real reason to bother him, but they quickly made one up. They told him they had gotten a report of someone matching his description who was supposedly carrying drugs. The guy knew he hadn't done anything wrong, but before he knew it, the cops were saying they had to search him. They didn't have a warrant, and he didn't agree to the search, but he was too scared to stop them. One cop started pulling things out of his pockets while the other one was there just handling the stuff his partner handed to him.
CCTV.
Yeah.
And when we've come, obviously, behind your pockets.
Yeah.
And because CCTV plus description, we're going to be doing a section 23 search again. Do me a favour, take your hands out your pockets for us, first of all. You're not under arrest, however, you are going to be detained for a stop search, okay? So the grounds of this, it's a section 23 stop search.
Okay,
so
guys.
under the Misuse Drugs Act. That was
Misuse of drugs?
Yeah, so CCTV plus description, male match your description. We've also had, as we've come, you've been to put your hands in your pockets. I know it's not an offence, however, it gives us the grounds to believe that there may have been some activity. The objective of the search poll is literally for drugs paraphernalia, and that's it. So I'm PC Boyd from Wythenshawe Police Station. Like I said, the legislation of this search is Misuse Drugs Act, 1973. Yeah, that's fine. Just stand there for us, mate. Okay, so actually you are being detained, not under arrest. Right, do a favour, mate. Keep your hands there. Before I search you, this is for my safety. I'm not implying anything. Have you got anything that's going to hurt me? Any sharp needles, whether legal or not?
Nothing.
No? Have you got anything I need to know about?
No.
That's fine, no problem. So at the end of this search, pal, you're entitled to a copy of the search. What that basically means is me and my colleague, we record the search.
Yeah.
I'll just give you that for a second, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. We record this search at some point until a duty. What that means is if you want to make a complaint, report it, anything like that, you ring 101 and that search will be copied to you, okay? Entitled, again.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, hold it for now.
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Just really, just turn around for us, but we'll do the same thing. Thank you very much. Turn around that way, thank you. That way, mate, I'll take your pocket up so it's not damaged or anything like that. Just face that wall for us, Bob. Nice one. We're doing these pockets as well, just keep facing that wall and then we'll be good to go, okay? Because we're doing a stop search, we always have to take details so we can block the search. What's the name? The name, date of birth.
Things got even worse when the cops decided to detain the man to conduct an investigation, but really, it seemed like they just wanted an excuse to ask for his ID. However, the guy preferred to stay anonymous. The cops then pushed the boundaries even farther. One of them even told him to stop recording the encounter despite the fact that they were wearing body cameras themselves. They probably didn't realize it then, but their actions were seriously infringing on the man's rights, might even have jeopardized their legal protections. Even though they didn't find anything suspicious about him, their pride wouldn't let them admit their mistake and just leave. Instead, one of them tried to justify their actions by saying they were just doing their job. But surely, their job isn't about threatening constitutional rights, is it? After all, they started their career swearing to protect those very rights. Now it seems like they're acting as if those laws don't even apply.
Are you just doing some recording today? Is that what it is? That's fine, mate. Right. That's fine, that's fine. I'll get your details because we've searched you. So I
prefer to remain anonymous, mate.
That's fine, yeah. That's fine, yeah. That's fine, yeah.
Got a copy of the search, though. You don't have to.
Yeah, I do want a copy of the search, yeah.
Only way we can get it on the phone, so it's obviously electronic, innit? Yeah. The only way we can give you the copy, pal, is by a receipt, or you can ring 101.
Other than this, are you having a nice day?
A perfect day.
What, you filming? Anything good? Or?
Something.
Right.
You are?
You'll see life as well in the gardens. They always film around here when they go around town.
I am one of the regulars. Most of your colleagues will know me. By face.
Do you use normally in the city centre?
We're not, mate.
I mean, having said that, yes, I work quite a lot of the Saturday nights in the centre,
right.
but I don't usually work. I'm not a regular in the actual city. It's not my usual station.
Like you're more around the outer time.
Yeah.
No, just I can never see you before.
Right.
I'm pretty used to all the city centre concerts.
Yeah. You're obviously decent lads, not up to no good, should I say, but just doing our job. If we think we've seen something, we have to act upon it, even if, like now, you've obviously got nothing on you. 80, what is it? The statistics say 80% of stop searches are negative, but it doesn't mean we should stop doing it. We have to do it for a reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Another cop chimed in, saying that 80% of their searches turn up bad, so that's why they have to keep doing them. This might make sense if they had actually had a good reason to think something shady was going down. However, you can't just attack someone because they're keeping their hands in their pockets to stay warm. It seemed like these cops knew they were in the wrong, but were still trying to make excuses for their actions.
You don't have to agree with the reason for searching, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that's the reason we're doing it. You don't have to agree with it.
I mean, someone putting their hands in the pockets is not really reasonable suspicion.
It's not just that. It's obviously, we've been past descriptions of males, relative matching description. It's soon we come to hands in pockets, it's a high crime area. Again, you've been found for us, and I'm just literally recording this now, and you'll get the copy in a minute. Now, we don't do paper copies anymore, so the only way I'll be able to give you a copy right here, right now, in a minute, is via your email address. The other way is you can ring 101. So again, we record it regardless, but
that's fine. I can see potentially 30 people around here that I know take and deal drugs all day long, up and down there.
Who are they?
See all them over there, handing it out constantly. All them up Market Street do it all the time, right in front of the CCTV. I've never dealt or taken a drug in my life.
I've
Never.
not for 1 minute suggested you have, mate. Not for 1 minute.
Alcohol in public. Alcohol in public.
Oh, you always have to remember, we can only deal with one thing at a time, can't we?
And he's actually the scumbag that attacked me last week and no one did nothing about it. Him right there. Isn't that funny? That's bold scumbag with a can of beer there. And no one did nothing about it.
Where am I looking, mate? I can't.
It's gone round the corner now.
Walk past.
Yeah. And no one did nothing.
What happened?
Stood there, we're watching Rough Trade, and he started pushing me and all this.
And did you report
Pushed me
it as well?
twice.
Did you get it reported?
Yes.
And what happened with it?
BCSO Baz, and he said, "Oh, I'll have a word with him," and that was about it.
then touching on your answer, I'd say I'm a white British male on that list there. I've got to show it you. That's what I'd
White
say.
British.
Yeah, that's right. Will do, Paul. Only way I can give you a copy right this second is via email. If not, it's obviously I'll give you a log number. You can request it that way. So which would you have to do?
Email.
Email. Yeah, no worries. Give me a minute. I'll give you a log number as well. And then if it doesn't come through, then I'll give you. You got the log number as well. Yeah. Give us 2 minutes now, mate.
101.
If this doesn't come within 24 hours, if you ring 101, that'll come that way as well. Right? That's right. You two enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
I would suggest the best thing to do is just simply ring one.
This time, the issue was with two people who were using a drone to film over the city. The locals weren't happy about it, and the cops stepped in. They started by saying the drone could be a danger to the city. It makes you wonder if these cops realize that everyone has the right to record in public places. What's the big difference between using a cell phone camera and a drone? To complicate things, the cops insisted that one of the drone operators show them a permit and a license flying the drone. The man wouldn't have minded showing his documents if there was a genuine concern about something he had done wrong, but there wasn't, and he didn't want to just hand over his personal information for no good reason. He tried to ask the cops why the drone was such a problem for them, but one cop wouldn't even answer his questions because he didn't know the man's identity. It seemed like a weak attempt by the cops to get his ID. The cop tried to pin anything he could on the man. He accused him of flying the drone over a crowded part of the city as if it was something terrible. But the cops overlooked a crucial detail during the whole fuss. They crowded around the man, forgetting to maintain a 6-foot distance, which could have made him feel less threatened since he wasn't armed, unlike the cops who had guns and were backed up by their colleagues. All the cops did was throw accusations at the man without being able to clearly explain what he had done wrong to warrant such attention from so many cops. It seemed more like a verbal attack than a legitimate law enforcement interaction.
Before you go, could I just ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
Your questions so far relating to drones,
Who am I speaking to?
if you don't wish to continue, that's fine, but
No, I'm just asking.
yeah, member of the public, do you know your questions so far relating to the drone?
Sorry, I've asked you, no.
Like I say, if you don't want to continue without knowing my name, that is perfectly fine, but the question that I was going to ask might affect what you do next, but it's a shame you didn't want to ask it.
Okay. What's the question? Your question is?
My question is, your concerns about the drone today have been directed to my colleague, okay? We are separate people,
Are you?
okay?
Oh, what? Just that he had a drone pad in his hand.
A what?
And he said he had a drone with him when we arrived.
Yeah, as long as you know, I'm making it clear now, we're separate people, okay? So if you've got an issue with the drone, you've not told me about it. I was over there when you arrived. I've come over to try and understand what's going on.
Do you have a licence to fly a drone?
Yes, thank you, yes.
Okay, can I see the licence?
If you suspect me of committing an offence with the drone, the police do have the powers to ask for the operator ID. What's the offence that you suspect me of? What's the offence that you suspect me of?
Well, you are flying it in a public place.
Is that an offence?
It can be, yes.
Really?
I'd rather know if it is rather than can.
Because if you can fly it at a certain height, that's an offence. If you fly it over to a crowded public area, that is an offence.
Okay, is this a crowded public area at the minute?
Not in a minute.
Quite a few people
So-
around
But
currently.
the thing is,
Do you know what classes as a crowd?
That's a toy, mate. It's under
there are
250
roads,
grams.
which if it crashes, it hits a car. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna come-
Flying it near a road knowing that risk
So
is not
turning
unlawful, is it?
Turning round to say to someone, if that happens, no, I've got nothing, I'm not showing you, I don't know
No?
who I am.
Do you know what my reply would be if it caused an injury or damage?
Yeah?
I'd reply, would you like to see the insurance details that I've got?
Fantastic. As long as you carry
So,
them-
any more other concerns? Because I know at first you was saying that,
Such a patronising manner, like.
yeah, if I didn't tell you my name, am I lawfully obliged?
Patronise us and condescend us.
Am I lawfully obliged to tell you my name?
Well, no, you asked me mine, I thought it was girls' first name terms, that's all.
Anyway, it's not getting anywhere, is it?
Not really.
Okay, let's do this.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
A female cop who had been there the whole time mentioned that she had never seen a drone before. The man took this as a chance to have a friendly chat with her, hoping to explain a little bit about drones. He seemed to connect with her, especially since she was the youngest among the cops there. He shared that he does understand why cops might get a little nervous about drones since they can be misused, like how some people use them to snoop around prisons. But he pointed out that the police station they were filming above isn't locked down like a prison, so there aren't any rules against filming it. He made it clear that he knew his limits and would never overstep them. This was his way of showing that he respected boundaries, even while asserting his rights. However, this female cop said she wouldn't be comfortable with someone flying a drone over her house to spy on her. The man quickly clarified that they were not flying drones over private homes or bothering anyone. He explained that they aim to fly drones over public areas and watch how workers react to see if they respect citizens' rights. Despite his explanation, the female cop didn't seem too interested in listening and kept pushing her point of view. She questioned why the man was right in front of their police station. By the end of the conversation, it seemed like she was actually learning something from their discussion, but who knows? Maybe this experience will make her think differently about things. Maybe she won't be so quick to judge next time.
I don't think I've ever seen a drone before.
We can all learn and benefit from the experience if we just allow it to go that way, but
What experience is that?
Take an example from him.
Well-
Tone is not nice, but you've been quite quiet.
when you come across people with drones, there are certain things that they could be doing that could be unlawful, and we could help you understand those. As you say, you've never seen one before. You can see how easy they are to operate. It just sits there unless you touch the controls.
See the video image on that?
Yeah, I can see your police station there. If I wanted to zoom in on your
You
vehicles.
can see why he was asking the question though, couldn't he?
Well,
Obviously a
we're
police
here.
station's secure environment, isn't it?
Now there's an app.
If you're coming and recording it, you can see why he's interested.
Okay, can I reply?
Yeah, of course.
A more secure place is a prison.
It is.
And that's why they've got a restriction around them. Police stations haven't for a reason, because they're not classed as private and secure.
Police station isn't secure?
They're not as secure as a prison, no. Because the risk of things happening in a prison, like drugs being dropped, where's that risk in the...
being dropped off?
Yeah, in prisons.
By people.
So is that risk there in police stations? It's not, is it? So what actually are you worried about with drones being in the sky?
Well, as I said to, I don't know if he's your friend or someone else, member of the public earlier, if someone was reporting a drone over my house like that, and chat to them, see what they were doing.
We don't do houses, just places of work.
Okay. So if you go to, I don't know, any office and just record over them as well, would you?
Yeah, go to offices, yeah.
Out of interest, how come? Just because you like seeing inside, or?
What it is, oh no, I'm saying too much. What it is, we're showing drone users that...
What do you mean saying too much?
Because we're making a video, aren't we? And he doesn't want to hear my voice on his video too much. So we take it in turns.
Police officers' voices?
No, not at all.
Okay.
We want to hear...
You're welcome to leave at any time. No one's like asking you to speak.
Oh no, don't worry, I'm just interested.
We want to hear progression.
Right.
So if you can actually take something from this, and so can we, great. If we walk away with a great video, and to see that we've educated somebody, and the drone users that are constantly being told you can't do this, you can't do that, they're not brave enough to come to police stations. We've got to do it for them. We've got to stand up for them. Yeah, because
so drone users are getting told off.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things. And it's happened today. Why? I keep asking, why do you guys think that a 249 gram drone is a danger and we're not allowed to fly when the CAA make the rules and that they say we are?
Well, like my colleague said earlier, hits a car,
that's what insurance is for.
Stop. I know, but...
So what, you're not going to drive your car just in case you have a crash? Come on.
Drone's different, isn't it?
Anyway, have we got anywhere?
Well, yeah, I've learned a bit.
Thank you.
Something as well. You see why he came up to you to have a chat. It's
hopefully,
natural.
next time you come across somebody with a drone, you won't just assume they're doing something wrong. Because if it's a very lightweight drone like this, look, I'll bring it in so you can actually see it.
That's right, I saw it when it was going on.
The battery's low anyway. I just wanted to make a point that...
If the battery's low, they're more likely to hit them.
No,
because it will descend by itself.
Does it? So it just goes softly to the ground.
The battery...
The man took the opportunity to give the cops a quick lesson about drones. He explained that if you're flying a drone or model aircraft that weighs less than 250 grams, you're allowed to fly it closer than 50 meters to people or even over them. Realizing they were wrong and that it all looked bad on camera, the cops were eager to change their image quickly. The young female cop was mainly concerned about one thing, whether the video of their argument would end up on YouTube. The man chuckled and told her that he actually runs a YouTube channel dedicated to showing how cops interact with people who are just trying to exercise their constitutional rights. She probably wasn't expecting that answer. Even so, the man didn't go as far as giving her his name, and she can do a little bit of digging if she really wants to find out. Cops do investigations all the time, so it shouldn't be too hard for her, right?
It's like calibrated.
Yeah, no, it's a tiny thing.
So because you stuck around, right, every drone has to have that sticker on, the operator ID. Now, once you put that number into PNC, that will give you the name of the person responsible for the drone.
Like a driving insurance.
Yeah. And you see the weight, the 249 weight there, that's printed on the drone. That shows you it's the lightest drone possible, and it can fly anywhere as close to buildings. There is no minimum distance for that size of drone.
What weight does it go up to that you can't drive in?
250 grams.
So 249 is the max.
250 grams.
What, that you can't fly next to buildings?
You can fly closer than 50 metres. If it's over 250, you can't fly more than 50 metres.
So it's
you mustn't intentionally fly over people.
Intentionally fly over people. And what about public, like private places, public places?
No, it doesn't make a difference.
So it's just people.
You don't own the airspace.
Do you know if there was a crowd of people and you started going over and being a nuisance to provoke a reaction from people, then that's a bit naughty. But if there's a people maybe walking around in your car park and you're a fair distance away, not causing them any sort of need to go like this, which...
What about the noise? Because
No.
obviously it's quite loud.
Noise
If
doesn't
the
matter.
noise is annoying over people.
This guy, what he's just said is spot on. Are you on the CAA website?
No, not that one.
Sorry?
Different one.
Oh, your own legislation, is it?
No.
No, it's online, but it's not that website.
Well, it's nice to see.
Cool. Where can I find this video, by the way, if I want to watch it?
You just want to be a YouTube star.
He doesn't.
That's why you're standing around here.
Yeah, I just want to.
That's why you just sat there posing like that, innit? To make sure I get your good side.
Yeah, actually, this is my good
I
side.
clocked it. Oh, really?
Yeah, so my fault for getting this side. But no, you don't have a YouTube anymore.
Yeah, I got YouTube. I got
Police
YouTube.
Station. I definitely watched your videos before. So.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
So what's the name?
So nice to meet you. What's the name? I don't know.
Okay, cool. I'll probably find it anyway.
Yeah,
Right, see you later.
Enjoy.
Pleasure meeting you. So there you go, guys. The initial arrival, all the attention was on Coley over there, who turns out he didn't even have the drone. He was standing there with a controller which wasn't linked to anything. So here's me over here flying away, not even been spoken to. So yeah, that's it. So I needed to go over there and prove my point. And I think now when she does go and tell them what happened, and I think the knowledge will sink in a little bit, but I was conscious there that I didn't want to talk too much because we was both trying to make a video there, and being in Coley's company, it's such a pleasure, and I didn't want to take over. So it was a tricky one when you're together with other creators.
However, the cops didn't know that this man and his friend were actually testing them. They had a drone with them, but it wasn't in the air when the cops came up to them. In fact, it was just the man's friend standing by the fence behind the cop station holding a controller, but the drone was off. Still, the cops thought the drone was flying over the station and quickly came over to question him. This just goes to show that sometimes cops don't really look into things before they act. They just seem to jump at any chance to show off their authority. Only after they realized they had been fooled did they talk to the man who had actually brought the drone. He wasn't happy with how the cops handled the situation, so he decided to go to the station to file a complaint. He didn't want to be hassled every time he flew his drone. But that wasn't the only issue he noticed. He saw that there was no defibrillator in the emergency box at the station. It made him wonder, what if someone really needed a defibrillator urgently and it wasn't available? It seemed like the cops weren't fully prepared for emergencies. They really need to take their responsibilities more seriously if they want to keep their jobs.
For some reason, it's been moved from public access. It's been moved from public access. I'm just wondering why. Yeah, obviously, when they're needed, there's no time to waste. My friend.
I'm asking, I don't know if it's in that box. Is it in the box?
Okay, well, I'm very shocked. No, it's not in the box. But do you know, if this time was wasted and I did need it,
And I'm here.
I cannot afford this waste of time.
And I'm here.
I need the defibrillator then as a test. Come on, I need it. No?
Why would you need it?
Right, you don't know why I'm here, who sent me here, but I need to know how quick I can access the defibrillator.
There on the wall. If I needed to get
Right,
it out.
right. So can it fit through here?
No, but there's a door that I can bring it round to.
Right, so you're telling me that door has access into there within seconds?
No, but I do.
So I'm afraid that's failed because you didn't know that it wasn't in there, did you?
I didn't know because I've got one on the wall behind me.
Are you saying you originally had two?
I believe so. Well, that's the reason I had the box on the wall, isn't it?
It's empty, mate.
What does it say on the door?
I know, but that's what I mean. It tells you that the defibrillator is kept behind the counter. Where is the public one? It's not good enough. I'm going to have to raise that as a concern. How long has it been like it?
I don't know. I'm going with someone else. If you want to wait and speak,
Yeah, I do apologise.
do that.
And I didn't mean to interrupt. So apologies for that, okay? Is there a toilet? So there you see, guys, the defibrillator, in times of when you need it in that emergency, if he is dealing with somebody else, it then creates an unnecessary delay. And that delay cannot be afforded in the times of them extreme emergencies when the defibrillator is needed to save somebody's life. You've got a sign here saying defibrillator, London Ambulance Service, and that means the defibrillator is somewhere that's accessible by the public. There should be no further barrier at all. And as you can clearly see in there, there is a barrier, and he wasn't very happy about me questioning him on where it's gone. I don't know. I've got another one here if you need it. Well, sometimes, my friend, the backup might not be accessible as quick as you need it. So we'll leave that one there, guys. We've had a bit of a chat to everyone and got the drone message through to these. Another Metropolitan Police station that I don't think's had the drone over yet. So we've been brave enough to do it, and we're walking away with the drone. So I think that's the result. So if you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.
Imagine you're driving your car at night and suddenly some cops pull you over. They say it looks suspicious because you're driven around the same block a few times. Sounds a bit odd, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to this woman and her husband. The cop who stopped them said he was suspicious because they were circling the block. He acted like it was something illegal, but really his suspicion alone isn't enough to justify the stop. He should be following the law, not his gut feelings, and that's why it's called law enforcement, not emotional or feeling enforcement. When the husband asked the cop what his reasonable suspicion was, the cop stayed quiet. But here's the surprising part. When the man asked for the cop's name and badge number, the cop insisted that the man had to identify himself first, because it was a legal traffic stop. But that's not quite right. First off, at a traffic stop, the cop should only need to talk to the driver, not the passenger, unless there's a specific reason. Secondly, just because the cops say stop is legal doesn't make it so. They need a legitimate reason, and just driving around the block isn't one. Thirdly, while citizens do have the right to remain anonymous and are protected by constitutional law as long as they aren't breaking the law, cops must identify themselves as part of their job. Makes you wonder, how does someone who doesn't understand these basics end up a cop? Seems like there's a lot more they need to learn.
It's bright as
Hey, how you doing, well?
The one call. Around the block in a circle.
Yeah, we're filming cops.
Okay. It's just suspicious, so it gives us reasonable suspicion to contact people and to stop people because it's not normal for people to make a loop around the same block, especially at this time of night.
We're not allowed to drive around?
You are allowed to drive around, but like I said, it's suspicious, which gives us reasonable suspicion to talk to people and to detain people for a traffic stop.
Is suspicion of crime?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Man, do you have an ID?
I do. Ooh, that's bright.
What's the reason for the stop?
Like I told you, it's reasonable suspicion because it's very odd for somebody to be driving around a circle around the same block.
It's not a crime.
It's reasonable suspicion.
What's your name, badge number?
How you doing? Your ID? Can I see it?
I don't need your ID.
Okay.
What's your name, badge number?
What's yours?
What's my badge number?
How you doing tonight?
What's your name and badge number? Identify. For your policy to identify, clown. This is an illegal stop.
Can you get that light on my face?
No, you get your light on my face, dude.
No, I'm not going to get my light on your face.
What's your name and badge number? Ellis? B. Ellis?
Take that light on my face. I can't see.
Oh, no. I can't see.
All right, don't
touch me.
Don't put that light in my face.
Don't touch me, dude.
Put that light on
You're a clown, bro.
Get that light out of my face.
You're a f***ing clown. Get out of here, dude. What's your name and badge number, punk?
My badge number is 640.
Hill?
Yep. 640.
And the reason for the stop is what?
I already told you twice.
Because we're suspicious?
It's reasonable suspicion for the detention.
Bullshit.
You can have your opinion, but I understand the law.
I know the law, bud.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you learn the law?
In order to stop somebody, I need to be, or this person who's driving needs to be committing a traffic infraction.
There's also case law that proves that reasonable suspicion for a detention also classifies a reason to stop somebody and detain them.
Wrong.
The cop's pride took a bit of a hit, so he reacted by shining his flashlight right into the eyes of the man and woman. It's pretty childish, but it also showed that the cop felt outmatched since these two were clearly smarter than him. But when the man tried to give him a taste of his own medicine by shining his phone's flashlight back at the cop's face, it's an understatement to say the cop lost his cool. He verbally attacked the couple and started yelling at the man, telling him to put the phone down. At least then the cop realized what it was like for the couple when he was shining the light in their eyes for no good reason. But the cop's ego was still in the way, so he just dug himself deeper. He started claiming that the couple was up to illegal stuff. But when the man asked him how driving in circles could be illegal and who it could harm, the cop went silent again. Eventually, he just walked back to his colleagues and wished the couple a good evening. But the man in the car wasn't ready to let it go. He got out and started filming the cops, which really got under their skin. The first thing that bothered them was simply that the man got out of the car as if they had any say over where people could and couldn't go.
Very right. I've been to court on it several times.
You're very right?
Yes. So that is why I stopped you, is the reasonable suspicion of the illegal activity possibly going on.
Illegal activity, driving around.
I'm talking to her, not you.
No, you're talking to me right now.
No, I'm not. This area being a high crime area and a narcotics area.
Bullshit.
Going around here.
Wrong.
Circle this area.
Wrong.
We responded to shootings and stabbings in this area of town.
That does not give you a reason to pull us over.
The block? leads me to believe that you guys might be out here to commit a crime or go out.
We're here filming you clowns.
Okay.
We're here filming you clowns.
Okay. So you can have your opinion. I would just explain to her the entire reason for the stop. I'm very well within my rights to stop you.
Yeah.
So you guys have a good day and have a good night.
Thank you. Yeah. You're dismissed, punk. You're dismissed, punk. You're dismissed. What? The traffic stop's over, right? Traffic stop's over, right? Yeah. I'm free to move around wherever the fuck I want. Yeah. You're dismissed.
I appreciate it.
Back to work.
I am doing my job.
Yeah.
And you are free to leave and go back to Martinez based upon your hat.
I'm free to stand right fucking here and film you two clowns.
That's perfectly fine.
Yep. What's your badge number, by the way?
Roadway, please.
What's your badge number?
Sir, I already told you.
No, you didn't tell me your badge number.
I did, actually.
Ellis, what's your badge number?
While you're still seated in the car.
What's your badge number?
Mine's 855.
855. Thank you so much for finally
Why don't you
identifying.
get on the roadway here?
Thank you so much for finally identifying. The light's in your face. What are you gonna do?
Sir, I need you to get back onto the sidewalk, sir.
Oh no, I'm right in front of your vehicle. I am not in danger. I'm not in danger. And guess what? The Supreme Court has already ruled that you are not responsible for my safety. So you might want to do your job, get back in your car, put your seatbelts on, drive away, and go to the next stop.
I'm ensuring that you are safely allowed to pull away from this incident.
I'm gonna stay right here until you guys get back in your car. This is Vacaville PD, guys. We got Ellis and Hill, two clowns. This guy pulled us over because he said we're driving around and look suspicious. So that's a reason to stop the vehicle.
I already explained it to your driver.
Yeah. Mind your business, bro. Why don't you go to a stop? Why don't you go pull someone over that's actually committing a traffic infraction?
What you are doing is very suspicious.
That's not a crime. Suspicion is not a crime. It's not a reason to pull somebody over.
Suspicion allows us to stop you.
The man asked the cop who stopped them for his badge number and name again, but the cop claimed he had already given that information, which wasn't true. There was no need for the cop to lie because the man had recorded everything on his camera, and at no point had the cop provided his name and badge number. The man told the cop and his colleagues that they were dismissed, which really got under their skin. What did they expect? To be praised for their poor behavior? If they wanted respect, maybe they should consider doing their jobs properly. The man made it clear that nobody wants cops like this, and people shouldn't have to pay taxes for officers who waste time on innocent people instead of catching real criminals. The cops tried to get the man to leave by ordering him to go, but he knew if he was free to leave, he was also free to stay. It seemed like if anyone was bothered, it should be the cops who left. Eventually, the cops decided to take off, but one of them didn't even bother to buckle his seatbelt. Just imagine if a regular citizen got caught driving without a seatbelt, those same cops would have been quick to issue a fine.
To ensure that they're not committing or going to commit a crime.
It's not true.
The way your driving behavior, the driver of your vehicle was doing was suspicious.
Yeah, we did that on purpose so you would pull us over like an idiot.
So you're intentionally driving in a suspicious manner to draw police officers' attention. Do you understand how that would be a non-violation of the
blah, 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 blah. Dude, you're wasting tax dollars. Get in your fucking vehicle and drive away. Let's
Actually,
go.
You are causing the waste of the tax dollars by continuing this conversation instead of getting in your vehicle and leaving.
I don't have to leave.
I don't either.
You don't either? You're being paid to be a law enforcement officer.
That's correct, and I am enforcing the law.
What law?
I told you. I told your driver.
And what's the vehicle code?
The reasonable suspicion for the stop.
Quote the vehicle code.
It was a reasonable
California vehicle code. What is it?
It was a reasonable suspicion stop.
So no California vehicle code. Exactly.
To your driver.
So no vehicle code.
As I explained to your driver, is a reasonable suspicion. So you have a good night, sir.
Goodbye. Put your seatbelts on, okay?
You too. I would hate for anybody to get injured. Sir, you need to take that light out.
It's not in your face. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. Seatbelt. 10-12. Good job.
You need to get away from this car.
Put your seatbelt on.
You need to get away from the car.
Put your seatbelt on.
It's an officer safety issue. You need to get
No, there's no law. Officer safety is not a law.
Sidewalk.
Officer safety is not a law. Put your fucking seatbelt on, clown.
Get on the sidewalk.
God, you're an idiot. Put your seatbelt on.
Get on the sidewalk, sir.
Come on, there you go. Officer safety. Put your seatbelt on.
I understand that.
You know, 95% of officer deaths are from traffic accidents, right?
No, that's why we have the below 100.
Good job. I'm so glad you put it on. Now you're going to be safe.
Below 100, that's why.
Now you're going to be safe. Good job. Let's go see. You got your seatbelt on? Seatbelt. Nope, no seatbelt. All right. No seatbelt. Car number 1265, no seatbelt. Ellis, put your seatbelt on. Officer safety. You fucking clown. Fuck you, clown. Fuck you.
How can I help you?
I need to speak to a watch commander.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm sorry?
Your name?
Good citizen.
Okay, and your phone number?
I don't need to give a phone number to speak to an officer.
Okay, so the intercom there is going to cut off, and so I just didn't want us to be disconnected and not be able to get a hold of you. You don't want to provide a number?
No, I'm standing out front at the front door. Is there anybody here?
Right, yes, I know. We will get you someone to talk to you. Give me just a minute, okay?
Thanks.
Alright, bye-bye.
Alright, looks like we're finally getting someone. Been a while.
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
How are you?
Not too good, actually.
What's going on?
Well, we just had our rights violated. So I'm here to, are you the watch commander?
The sergeant on shift, yes.
And your name?
Sergeant Gunderson.
Gunderson. Right on. So I'm a cop watcher.
Okay.
Even though some cops think they can get away with anything, all it takes is one determined person to change that. This man decided he wasn't going to ignore their bad behavior, so he headed to the police station in the middle of the night to file a complaint against the cops who had unnecessarily stopped him and his wife. But his night was about to get even more frustrating. When he rang the intercom at the police station, the female officer on duty told him that if he wanted to speak to the commander, he'd need to introduce himself first. They wouldn't let him in without identifying himself, so the commander had to come outside to meet him. Unfortunately, the commander turned out to be no better than the cops earlier. This situation just added to the man's resolve. Here he was, trying to address a problem, and it seemed like the whole system itself was just as flawed. It wasn't just about a couple of cops, it was about an attitude that seemed to run through the station. The man was ready for a long night if that's what it took to start making changes. It's not surprising that some cops under this commander were behaving so poorly, considering they didn't have a good example to follow on how to do their job right and fix their mistakes. The commander backed up his cops completely and argued that all they needed was reasonable suspicion to stop and hold someone for further questioning. Sure, that's fine, but they also need to suspect that a crime is about to happen, which these cops clearly didn't explain to the man. This just shows a bigger problem. When the person in charge doesn't guide their team properly or hold them accountable, it's no shock that the rest of the team thinks they can act however they want.
The law, in order to conduct a detention, in the eyes of the law, reasonable suspicion is all that you need to actually conduct a detention. A vehicle code violation doesn't necessarily have to be violated. It's just specific articulable facts that would lead a person or a reasonable person to believe that a crime has, or is going to occur, and that the investigative stop of a person is being conducted for that purpose. So that, in the eyes of the law, that is what justifies a detention.
So you as a police officer can be driving down the road, you see somebody, you think they're suspicious, you can pull them over for no reason, just to ID them and all that?
Well, it's not just no reason. It's more than a hunch. It's based on training experience, time on the job, things that you've seen in your career, things like that. It's not just a hunch or a guess. It's more than that.
So he said the reason why he stopped us was because we went right, went in a circle, right? And so he followed us, and he said that's suspicion.
Well, I mean, for me, right, I worked major narcotics for years, and in my training experience, I've seen in high crime narcotics areas that is a reasonable suspicious thing for individuals to do. They'll lap around a block, waiting for a narcotics transaction or some type of transaction, things like that, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, based on my career and what I've seen and done in my career, I could say that is suspicious given the time of night, certain areas of town.
And then lawfully we have to produce ID and identify ourselves?
If you're detained, which is what a traffic stop is, it is a detention, which is reasonable suspicion is what we need to legally justify a detention. Yes, you are required to identify yourselves.
The driver?
The driver is required to identify themselves.
Not me as the passenger.
Yes. If you're being removed from a vehicle, you could be required to identify yourself, yes. Because in and of itself, you as a passenger of a vehicle, if I turn my lights on, right, I'm essentially detaining you because you're a passenger of the vehicle. As soon as that vehicle stops, you're essentially being detained.
Yeah, but I don't have to identify though, right?
If you're being detained, you're supposed to identify yourself to law enforcement.
That's wrong.
What?
Come on, Gunderson.
How
long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing this?
Explain to you. I've been doing it for
I know.
10 years.
Then you should know that California is not a stop and identify state. So you can stop the vehicle for a traffic infraction, but me as a passenger inside the vehicle, I do not have to identify. It doesn't matter what you do. You can force me into the vehicle. I do not need ID. Okay. Is that correct?
Again, we're apparently going to agree to disagree on this. So, but you absolutely have your right to your opinion to believe that.
Well, I base it on the law.
So do I.
And so you're saying,
but I'm just.
But so you're saying that there is a law that says a passenger has to identify if you stop a vehicle.
If you're being lawfully detained. Yes, the police have the right to identify you.
Really?
Yes.
And can you quote that law?
Quote the law?
Yeah.
That says that the police have the right to identify you during detention?
Yes.
The actual law?
Yes.
I don't have it off the top of my head.
No.
This time, a guy was stopped by a cop because he got his turn signals mixed up at a traffic light. When he was trying to turn left, he accidentally signaled right. Even though he explained to the cop that it was just a mistake and he was really focusing on the traffic, the cop took it upon himself to open the guy's car door, which he really shouldn't have done. So this is a good reminder for everyone to keep their car doors locked to prevent situations just like this. The wrong turn signal was just an excuse for the cop. Unfortunately, it seemed like the cop, who was acting pretty shady, stopped the guy because of his skin color. Assuming the worst, the cop thought the guy was up to something else, even though he wasn't. The cop then demanded the guy get out of the car, got mad when he didn't comply. This bruised the cop's ego, so he decided to arrest the man for obstructing the police. Any trained cop should know that you can't just arrest someone for obstruction since it's a secondary crime that requires an underlying issue. With the cops trying to forcibly remove him from the car, the guy now has grounds to sue for battery.
What is your reason for stopping me, officer?
I'm stopping you because you have no front plate, no state inspection sticker. You came to a stop at a green light with your right turn signal on and then made a left as it turned yellow and then red.
So me having confusion is a crime?
So you not complying with my orders is a crime.
Sir, you opened my door before you even gave me a reason of why you stopped me.
Listen.
You opened my door and reached and you grabbed my... Did you not?
Step out of the vehicle.
You got to get somebody up here. I'm sorry, sir. You got to get... I am on lunch break.
Sir, here's how this is going to work, all right? I've told you now who I am and why I've stopped.
But you did not do that.
So
you immediately said, roll down your back window. We're going to see what's in your back. You said before you do it, I rolled down my front window for you so you could see me and see what I am doing.
Here's how this is going to go. All right,
I am.
Listen to me.
I am feared for my life right now. I need you to get somebody up here.
I'm gonna make this very clear to you.
I need you to get somebody up here, sir.
I'm gonna make this very clear to you. You're gonna step out now and comply with my instructions, or you're gonna be under arrest for obstructing justice.
I am not obstructing you. I just need you to Why do I need to step out of my vehicle if it's an inspection and something else? I didn't do anything. I did not do anything illegal. And those lights will show it. Me having a wrong blinker.
This is your last opportunity.
Me having a blinker is not. Sir, what do I have to step out the vehicle for?
All right, step out.
Sir, do not.
Under arrest.
Under arrest for what?
Under arrest for obstructing.
I'm not obstructing. I just would like you to get somebody up here.
I'm gonna be on a traffic stop. Male resisting arrest.
I am not. I am not resisting arrest. I'm not. I didn't do anything.
Step out.
I did not do anything, officer. I did not. I did not do anything. I do not. Please stop touching me.
Step out of the vehicle
and not
now. Step out of the vehicle now.
Please let me go, sir. I'm on my lunch break. I am on my lunch break. I am on my lunch break. Please let me go. Please let me go. Sir. Sir. Sir.
Step out of this vehicle.
Officer, you did not give me a legitimate reason on why you're pulling me out of my vehicle.
You're going to step out of this vehicle.
Can somebody help me? Help!
Step out of the vehicle. Now. Step out of the vehicle.
Sir,
now.
Please get somebody up here because this is wrong. Please get somebody up here.
Step out of the vehicle now.
Please get somebody up here.
Step out of the vehicle.
Please get somebody
now.
up here.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
The cop got more aggressive as the guy remained calm, even when threatened with arrest. The louder the cop shouted for him to get out of the car, the harder he tried to pull him out. Seeing that the cop wasn't behaving professionally, the guy asked him to call a supervisor to the scene. However, the cop completely ignored the request, even though policy requires him to call a supervisor if a citizen asks for one. It wasn't up to the cop to decide whether it was necessary. Of all the possible actions, the cop chose the worst route. He escalated the situation by threatening the guy with pepper spray if he didn't get out of the car right away. It seemed like the cop forgot that his job was to calm things down, not stir them up. Eventually, the cop managed to pull the guy out of the car and knock him to the ground. He quickly handcuffed him and arrested him, all because his ego was bruised.
I did not. See? Stop.
Step out of the vehicle, you're going to get pepper sprayed. Do you understand
Why are you trying to pepper spray me? I'm not doing anything to you.
Step out of the vehicle.
Please stop trying.
Comply with my command.
Please get somebody up here. Please get somebody up here.
Step out of the vehicle.
Do not pepper spray me. I did not do anything.
All right.
I did not do anything to you. Why are you trying to hurt me?
I am trying to get you to comply.
I am complying with you. And I am complying. What do you want me to do?
Step out of the vehicle.
What for what? What is your reasoning for stepping me out the vehicle? Like, dude, see? Aggressive ass cop.
Step out of the vehicle.
Somebody.
You have been given a lawful order to step out of the vehicle. Do it now.
Sir, I'm asking you, why are you trying to pull me out of my vehicle? I'm asking you, why are you trying to pull me out of my vehicle, sir? Sir.
Step out.
Sir.
Of the vehicle now.
Sir.
Step out of the vehicle.
Sir.
Now.
Please stop. Please stop. I didn't do anything. I did not do anything.
On your face.
I did not do anything. They're both. Can I get both? Please. Help! Help! Somebody help! Sir, can you come closer, please? Sir, please. I didn't do nothing.
117.
Quella, help me!
Step away from.
Help me!
Step away.
Quella, get my phone. Quella, get my phone.
No.
Get my phone, Quella.
Step back.
No, Quella, get my phone.
We're not grabbing his phone right now.
I recorded everything. Get my phone, Quella. Get my phone. Get my phone, Quella. Get my phone. That's my shit. I recorded everything. I didn't do nothing.
When this man decided to film inside of the post office, the staff weren't happy about it at all and called the cops. A cop showed up and immediately told the man to step outside and wait for him to talk. However, the man chose to stay inside, waiting for the cop at the post office. The cop then talked to the worker who had called him, learning that the staff were bothered because the man wasn't there to mail anything or ask questions, he was just filming. Here's where the cop made his first big mistake. Instead of telling the employee that the man had every right to film inside the post office, it's a public place like a park and he wasn't causing any disturbance, the cop tried to get the man to leave and have a talk outside. But the man stood his ground. He wanted to show the cop the rule book and explain that filming in an area that was open to the public was allowed. He also wanted to make clear that he wasn't causing any trouble. He wasn't loud or violent, he was just quietly filming. The fact that someone was bothered by him exercising his constitutional rights wasn't his problem, and he shouldn't have to give up those rights because of it.
Just wait outside, sir.
No, I'm gonna
I'll talk
wait.
to you in a minute. Can you wait outside, please?
No.
Yeah, no. They asked you to wait outside, so you have to.
No. Before you make a mistake, can I? No. Before you.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right. I understand you're gonna talk to me in a minute, but there's something you should look at first before you start trying to make unlawful orders.
I'm not making anything. I just said I'll talk to you in a minute. Just wait outside. That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna politely decline your request. Politely. There's nothing.
Okay. You're gonna stay there. You need to wait outside. But we're gonna stop following me. Just wait, because I need to talk to them.
You can talk to whoever you like.
What's going on? You can't point. You have to tell me what's going on.
This gentleman is harassing me.
Personal questions like what's your name?
Okay, sir. I said I'll speak to you in a minute.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, so he's in the post office with no legitimate purposes. Is that what you're telling me? He's not looking to mail anything, not looking to pick anything up?
No purchase, no reason, no postal questions, nothing.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Menacing.
That's not menacing.
Hey, sir. So I just want to show you something over here really quick. No, it's inside. It's inside what I need to show you. What I need to show you is inside, sir.
If you're showing me a video, which is what you're trying to vote it.
No. I'm trying to show you the rules and regulations governing the post office conduct, sir. That's what I'm trying to do. As a law enforcement officer.
Okay, come here and talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Okay. If you don't want to look at it, then
I'm happy to look at it, but I want you to talk to me. Instead of making your job to videotape everything, why don't you tell me what's going on? Why are you actually here?
But I'm going to show you why I'm here.
Don't look at that. Come here and talk to me.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Yes, Officer Hirsch, 5387.
Okay,
come
thank
here and
you.
talk to me.
No, sir. You're being very unreasonable. You're being
I'm not unreasonable. I'm asking you to come here and
I'm
talk
trying to show you what.
The cop was curious about why the man was filming, but really, the man had every right to film, and as a public servant, the cop should have respected that instead of questioning it. Seeing that the cop was being unreasonable, the man asked to speak to his supervisor. Like the first cop, this one also refused to call one. The man stood his ground and kept asking, but the cop insisted they should step outside and talk before he would call a supervisor. It seemed like the cop was either worried that the supervisor would realize he was handling the situation poorly, or he just didn't want to do what he was told. The man explained that he was a journalist, taking photos for a newspaper, but the cop demanded proof of which newspaper he worked for and details of his journalistic credentials. It was clear that the cop really didn't understand the rights of journalists or the public's right to film in public spaces. This encounter just goes to show the importance of cops understanding basic rights and respecting the roles of individuals, especially journalists, who are just doing their jobs. The cop's hesitation and demands only complicated what should have been a straightforward acknowledgement of the man's rights.
To look at that. Come here and
So
talk to me.
so look at it then. That's all I'm asking you.
I said I will go and look at that.
Okay.
Come here and talk to me and tell me what's going on.
You can talk to me right here. I don't know what else to tell you, or you can get a supervisor out here for me.
Come here and talk to me.
Can I get a supervisor, please? Because you're being very unreasonable, sir.
I'm not being unreasonable. I'm asking you to talk to me.
I'm trying to show you a federal
I
law.
told you I will be happy to look at what's posted, but I want you to come here and talk to me.
But
You're not talking to me. What you're doing is you're trying to dictate terms. I'm asking you to.
No, that's what you're trying to do. But there's a difference in role reversal here. You're the public servant. I'm the member of the public.
Okay.
You don't give me orders. That's not how this works here.
No. If you have no legitimate purpose for being here,
I do, and you don't want to look at it. That's your problem. I want to speak to a supervisor at this point. At this point, I'm trying to show it to you. I'm trying to show you my purpose.
Show me something, but I'm asking you. Tell me. Verbalize why you want.
I'm trying to show you something.
Verbalize. I'm asking you to tell me. You have nothing wrong with.
I want to speak. I want to speak to a supervisor.
Okay, that's fine. But first, you have to tell me what you were doing.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
That is not how it works.
That is exactly how it works.
Your job when I ask for a supervisor is to get on that radio and call one.
No.
Yes,
it
it
is. I
is.
actually have to know what is the issue.
The issue is that you don't want to look at federal law that I'm trying to show you, which would explain my purpose here. You're being very stubborn, and you don't want to look at the federal law that I'm going to show you.
I'm asking you to tell me what your purpose is.
Since you're being stubborn and don't want to look at it, I would like to speak to a supervisor. And I'm sure your supervisor will educate you on exactly what I'm doing here today. I think you do, sir. I think you do.
I'm asking you a question.
What is your question?
I asked you what is
I am filming here in the post office.
I understand you're filming here. Why? Is that your whole purpose is to film here?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Is that your whole purpose is to film here?
Like I said, I could show it to you.
So your whole purpose is to film here? Is that
I could show it to you if you'd like. Just be reasonable. That's all I'm asking. Right over here. Right here. Right here. This is what I'm doing. These are the rules and regulations governing the conduct on postal property, which I don't even know if you have jurisdiction here in the first place. But right here, photographs for news, advertising, commercial purposes, right there. So that's what I'm doing.
Photograph for what purpose? Commercial purposes? You're not. Are you? What you're doing?
I'm photographing for news and commercial purposes. Both of them.
For news. Okay, so you're.
I'm a journalist.
Okay, so you have your journalist papers because you do need that. If you're telling me you're a journalist, you actually have to provide that.
Really?
Yes, you do.
That's.
Yes, if you're saying you're a journalist, then you're an actual journalist.
Yeah, officer, I don't have to prove to you anything about me being a journalist.
Well,
in the end, the cop agreed to show the journalist the laws posted on the walls of the post office. But the cop's ego got in the way, and he tried to argue what was written there wasn't true, insisting it was as he said. However, he wasn't above the law, and his word didn't change the legal facts. He even threatened to arrest the journalist for trespassing if he didn't leave. This cop clearly didn't understand what trespassing really meant. How can someone be arrested for trespassing in a public space where they have every right to be?
And this is, yes, I can. No. This is federal law right there. And like I said, if you want to understand, you don't need any kinds of credentials, if that's what you're referring to be a journalist. I'm an independent journalist.
So you should have
gathering content. No, I shouldn't. I don't need to. No, I don't. You're sadly mistaken. You need to stop being stubborn, open your mind, and listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
May be taken only with the permission of local postmaster.
Other photographs, other keywords, other photographs. This is not doesn't fall under that.
So this is going to be determined above here. So
yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to need to walk out though.
No.
Yes.
I want to speak to a supervisor. No.
And you walk out and speak to a supervisor. I'll be happy to get a supervisor, but you're not staying in the building.
Yeah. Yes, I am. This is a public building. Are you telling me? Are you telling me that if I don't? Are you telling me if I don't leave the building, you're going to arrest me, officer?
We'll see.
We'll see. Interesting. Very interesting. Is this the sergeant? No, right?
No.
How you doing, officer? I'm doing okay. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Sure, Roger, 6543. And your name?
I'm not going to give it. Somebody should explain to this officer what's going on here before he gets himself into any kind of legal trouble. Nothing. Just filming in the post office. Okay. Gathering content for a story.
It's a nice day for that.
It is a nice. It's always a nice day to exercise your rights, sir.
All right.
Always. Fair enough, right? So
The Yankees are losing, man.
I know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Well, just person to person.
Right.
This officer, he's a little likes to escalate. He's doing a lot of escalating.
I wasn't here.
I understand. Well, I'm sure you'll see the video. I'm sure you guys have all seen the videos, but he's trying to escalate the situation. So I'm just letting you know that I'm not here to escalate. I'm here to de-escalate and educate. That's what I'm here to do.
You're here to de-escalate what?
And educate. De-escalate him. De-escalate him now.
You're here to de-escalate him?
Well, now.
He wasn't here.
Well, now. And to educate. Education's important. So I appreciate you being, you know, very cordial. Thank you. Like I said, I'm sure you guys got my name somewhere on like a bulletin, but you won't find it. You're not gonna find anything that's gonna say warrant for my arrest, because all I do is exercise my rights. So.